You had come into contact with Rommel at one point, I remember you saying.
Yes.
Was that when you were transferred to the Italians, or when the Germans...
When the Germans captured me, Rommel came in and sitting on the back of a Volkswagen. And the first thing he said was, give the prisoners water. And while we stood around, I had a friend there, he was a Cockney by the name of Ernie Fingerlison. He said, look, they've surrounded us. How about us trying to go around from where we are to get to a city called Tobruk, where all our troops were. And we went into the desert for 2 or 3 days and ran out of water. So we had to give ourselves up. And we were terrified. Here were the Germans. Here were 2 boys, 2 Jewish boys. As a matter of fact, you can imagine how frightened we were. We stood on the highway and the German trucks were going by. We were standing there with our hands up, you know, until one truck stopped and the German infantryman got off in German, says, was ist, meaning what's the matter? And we had our hands up. He says, du bist Gefangener, you're a prisoner. And we said, jawohl. And he says, for dir, die Krieg is fertig. For you, the war's over, come. He gave us coffee and biscuits and then shooed us into a prisoner of war camp.
Okay. And that's when you, shortly after that, you were given to the custody of the Italians?
The Italians took us over.
Was it at this time that they asked you about your last name?
Yes.
Okay, so...
I went in front of a German major for identification. You know, he's supposed to give you a name, number and rank, and Private Rubinstein. He says, was? I says, Rubinstein. He said, nein, it's Rubinstein. It's a good German name. I said, yes, sir. And to this day, I don't know why. He said, what religion are you? And I said, Church of England, sir. He said, okay. A lot of my boys, also Jewish boys there, said, no, I'm going to tell him I'm Jewish. They finished up in the coal mines in Czechoslovakia and never came out.
How exactly did you keep your identity safe all these times?
Josh, I don't know. Everybody asked me, didn't they know you were Jewish? The camp commandant in Germany must have known, first of all, by my name, and I don't know if you know, there's no such a thing that you look Jewish, but he must have known that I was a Jew, and he never gave me away. What happened was, in order to help us survive, the Canadian Red Cross used to send parcels, Canadian parcels consisting of klim, butter, jam, cigarettes, chocolate, spam, corned beef, used to send it to us. I used to cut my parcel in half and let this camp commandant have the other half. He never spoke to me, I never spoke to him, we never looked at each other. I used to leave it outside his door under his mat, and we never said a word to each other. The Gestapo used to come round and ask for Juden, and he used to say, "Kein Juden here, there are no Jews here," and I survived, you know, by the grace of God I survived.